Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie Mori. I'm a multiple number one international best-selling author, book publisher, and a book writing and book publishing coach. I am your host for today's exciting, value-packed virtual book tour, number one for the book Unstoppable. Let me hold the book up for you to see. This is a uh, collaborative book, and it hit number one hot new releases on Amazon in Canada, Australia, the United States. So we're hoping it gets onto the number one bestseller list because of your help. So before we dive in, I want you to know that we'll be giving away prizes. Let me show you a prize. That way, here, we're going to be giving away prizes during different segments of this broadcast. Now, okay, for all of you watching live, please type in the comments section where you're hanging out from. Also, I want to ask one more thing. If you're joining us live or if you're watching the replay for the next 48 hours, I want you to please share this broadcast because sharing is caring. And there's a share clockwise pointing arrow. It's at the bottom right of your screen. Everyone who shares this virtual book tour will receive a powerful graphic from me. It's a graphic I created. It's the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. So please share this broadcast right now. There's a share arrow. Again, it's at the bottom right of your screen. And then I look forward to giving you my gift for all of you who are going to share this broadcast. Whether you're watching live or 48 hours after this broadcast, I will give that gift to you. All right, let me also let you know that we are going to have prizes because this is a live, right? This is a live contest as well as a virtual book tour. And let me just share with you some of the prizes. The first seven, whether you're watching live or on the replay, who buy Unstoppable, the Kindle version, at 99 cents. Come on, it's 99 cents. If you buy this book on Kindle by December 28, 2019, and you leave a positive, preferably 5-star written Amazon review, and then you email me, I am going to give you four things. So let me share my email with you. So if you buy it, again, by December 28, 2019, and you leave a positive, preferably 5-star review on Amazon, and you email me that you bought it, email me proof that you wrote your review, and email me by December 31 at 12 p.m. Pacific. Here's my email address, customerstrategyacademy@gmail.com. You're going to get, number one, a gift bonus from the collaborative authors. There are going to be paintings from Amy Faith. There's going to be a poem by Cynthia Dungo. There's going to be an original manuscript of the award-winning song by songwriter lyricist Rowena Arrieta, and the 12 C's of competent communication skills by Therese Nessie Ortega, and so much more. That's the first gift you're going to get. The second gift is I'm going to give you full access to my Canva course. It's the retail value is $49, and you're going to get that for free. Also, you're going to get a PDF. It's a lot of gifts, you know. The PDF of your 21st century business card. This is a number one international best-selling book written by myself and my husband. I'm going to give that to you, the PDF, and you'll also get the powerful graphic I created, the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. All right. So please remember, get the book 99 cents Kindle. And remember, you don't need to own a Kindle device. Did you know that? Just download the app. If you have an iPhone, go to the App Store. If you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store, and it's free. Kindle app is free. To read Kindle books, you don't need a Kindle reader. I mean, you don't need a Kindle device. And then email me that you bought the book as well as you wrote a positive review on Amazon, and I'm going to give you all those gifts. Now, if you're not one of the first seven, you'll still receive the gift bonus from the collaborative authors. You're also going to receive the PDF, and then you're also going to get the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. You won't get my Canva course for free. But let me just show you. Let me just show you here. Let me see here. I'm going to show you something what you can do with Canva. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to bring here. Now, here is the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. Right here is what it looks like. It's a graphic. And the exponential use zone, are you going to be in the exponential use zone? Are you going to be 80% of people who live in the comfort zone? People who are just getting by. They play it safe. They are like everyone else. They resist good change. So I'm going to give that to you as part of the bonuses. But also, if you're one of the first 7 who buys the book before December 28 and you email me at customerstrategyacademy@gmail.com that you wrote a review, here is an example of Canva. Here are just some of the designs that I've created using Canva, and I'm going to show you in my online course how to create these kinds of social media posts. You can create business cards, you can create banners, you can create posters, etc., etc. Here's just one of them. This is how I created, let's see here, like tonight. For tonight, this is one of the memes I created, right? This is what I used for Facebook to advertise on Facebook that we were having a virtual book launch party or a virtual book tour tonight. So that's Canva. Those are just some of the many designs that you can create. These are some of the unstoppable social memes that I was able to create. Let me show you Theresa's meme right there. True leaders are also clear of their intentions and how they wield their influence and how impactful they are, especially in relation to their effect on others for the greater good of all. Okay, now, so those are just some of the prizes. Now, Unstoppable is available on Kindle as well as in paperback. And so all we're asking you to do is to just get the Kindle version. It's only 99 cents. The rate is going to go up by December 31st. It's going to go to $5.99. So you might as well get it now while it's at a very bargain bottom rate. Okay, now let's see. Let me just stop sharing that. Okay. Okay. Now let me go right into this virtual book tour. We have 3, but hopefully 4 special guests tonight, my collaborative authors. Let me first introduce who Therese Necio Ortega is. Therese Necio Ortega is a senior executive with an extensive background in corporate and marketing communications, brand strategy, strategic luxury partnerships, social business strategy, sustainability, governance, PR, and crisis reputation management. She provides marketing and corporate communications, branding and governance consultancy to financial institutions, governments like in China and the Philippines, destination tourism, management companies, and non-profit organizations. Therese has served as a consultant to the Independent Power Producers Forum, a wind power company, an Israeli inventor and author, a Chinese think tank, and a mid sized financial services company. She led the brand strategy and communications program at Sun Life Financial Asia and oversaw regional and country teams in Hong Kong, the Philippines, Indonesia, China, and India. Let's see here. And some of Theresa's clients include Bloomberg International, Channel News Asia, Euronews, Africa News, and NBC USA, the Philippine Department of Tourism in New York, and the Philippine Consulate General in New York for specific projects that impacted New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. I want to welcome to the broadcast Therese Necio Ortega. How are you doing, Therese?
I am fine, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for saying good evening because I know it's morning over there in Manila.
It's closer to lunchtime here,
That's
but
right.
it's all right.
Yeah, you're right. It's closer to lunch. Yes. Well, Therese, I want to dive in.
Mhm.
I want to ask you, first of all, how does it feel to be a published author of a number one hot new releases book called Unstoppable? How does it feel?
It feels fantastic, but we wouldn't have been able to pull this off without you.
Oh,
So
thank
I think that's first and foremost. We're very grateful. I'm speaking for myself. I never thought that we'd be able to do this in the space of time that we planned this. I think it was less than 3 or 4 months when we had this conversation, and I'm very delighted that there are many milestones that can be done collaboratively and moving forward as a batch, as a group. We're still going to be connected, and I think this is something that we all look forward to, and we're very delighted in, and we will purposely move this to the next level. So thank you very much, Jackie, for doing this with us and for us.
Mm. Therese, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am honored, and it was an honor and a delight for to collaborate with you, to bring together all the other collaborative authors, and then to edit and publish this book. And folks, I want to show you. There we go. There is Therese wait, right there. Beautiful. There we go, right there. And the title of Therese's chapter book is, let me turn to it. It is, oh, hang on. There we go. The EQ plus CQ plus IQ of CS plus CS of leaders. And there is Therese's name right there, being a service oriented leader.
Mhm.
Wow, beautiful. Well, Therese, my next question is, what is one of the biggest takeaways that your readers of your chapter book can gain, please?
Well, I think leadership is a very big word for many people, but the biggest takeaway that the readers will get with this chapter is understanding sincerely what a holistic leader should be.
Mm,
And if they ground themselves in the values as well as in the ability and the opportunity to serve others, then their formation as a leader, be it in a home, in a community setting, a social setting, in a conglomerate setting, in a nation setting, or even in a world setting, will be a much better perspective. Why? Because it comes from a place that's not just about self,
mm,
and the purpose is not just about self, but it's for a bigger purpose. It's for everybody else. So I think if we were to evaluate the leaders that we kind of admire holistically and inside and out, meaning behind the scenes, behind the cameras, and in front of the cameras, there are quite a few only that we can put on a pedestal. The rest will have feet of clay, so to speak. And if we were to ask our readers, biggest takeaway is also how they can apply it to their own lives so that be it a leader in their homes, be it a leader in their schools, be it a leader in their industries, then they can apply the same things in the same perspective, but in a different setting. So
mm. Wonderful. I love that, Therese. I love your perspective. It's so holistic and it's not just very narrow, but it's really a broad based perspective. So I really appreciate you. I acknowledge you for saying that. Next, hang on. We have, hang on. We have, okay, and let me just mute. There we go. Right. So now, Therese, my next question is, the sound was Amy Faith. Amy Faith is ready to join us. So Amy Faith, we'll be right with you, Amy Faith. So my next question, Therese, is what was one of the biggest obstacles or hurdles that you encountered in your chapter book writing journey, and how did you overcome this obstacle?
I guess the obstacle would have been how to limit the writing because there's so much you want to say.
Yes.
And to keep it very succinct and to keep it very focused on the perspectives that you wanted us to really hone in was the most difficult. So putting an outline and also highlighting the priorities of the takeaways and highlighting where people should focus on was really the best way to overcome how many paragraphs to delete and how many other thoughts not to include. So I had to hone in and zero in on this.
That is so true. When people think it's just easier to write a lot, it's actually or easier to write, short, but it's actually harder to make it succinct, concise, to the point, powerful, and potent. And it's really harder to write a shorter piece than it is to just ramble on and on. So I
Correct.
totally agree with you.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, I wanna share with everyone that if you're joining us live or on the replay for the next 48 hours, I'm gonna ask you a question. And here it is. How many collaborative authors wrote Unstoppable? How to successfully tackle life's obstacles and thrive. I'm gonna post this again in the chat room. Let's see if I can put that on there. Hang on. I think I'm going to have to go to my timeline. Interestingly enough, I'm going to go to my timeline. I'm going to post the comment so that people can answer the question. There you go. Question
Not
number.
allowed to answer that, right?
Uh, Shh, no, only those who are going to be competing for the contest.
I'm sorry. I
I
couldn't.
know you can easily answer that, Therese. I mean, seriously, right? You can easily answer
I'm
that.
sorry. I couldn't resist. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally.
I
No problem.
swallowed a lot of air.
So that's the first question. If you can answer that, type it in the chat room. I'm going
Yep.
to give you, um, if you are within 48 hours of this live event, I'm going to buy for you the Kindle version of Unstoppable. So you need to message me. And actually, I'm going to message you if I know you as a friend. If I don't, I'll probably still message you, and it'll be, it'll be a message that says you don't know this person, but they're trying to contact you. So if you answer the question, you're the first one to answer, then you're gonna get. I'm gonna buy for you the free. The Kindle version of Unstoppable. Okay, now let's see here. I have another question, Therese.
Hmm.
My next question is: what are the main characteristics of a great servant leader?
Well, just from the term itself, servant leader focuses on others as opposed to self.
Hmm.
So the main focus or the main set of characteristics would be being purposeful and relevant for the greater good of others, and putting that purpose ahead of one's own self-interests. Because it's important to understand the needs of everybody in relation to your very own set of skills and your own passion, but also in how you can contribute to the value chain. As a leader, your main one of the main purposes is also for you to address pain points or to think of better solutions so that the lifestyle or the livelihood, the economic progress of everybody else will be part of the bigger plan. That said, a lot of the leaders are very short term focused. They
Mm,
usually think about my term of office is only 6 years, or as CEO, I'm only here for 4 years because the board can replace me.
mm,
I think beyond the term of office, they should look at legacy projects that would be good for all, not just what's good for my term of office and what will be a pat on the back because it'll succeed in and I will see it in fruition in 3 years when my term is up.
yeah.
So, or before my term is up. So, as servant leaders, you should also look at being able to communicate and understand, and also being able to appropriately motivate the people
Mm.
you inspire, so that they will come on board and pull the same cart in the same direction that you want this to go. So,
My goodness, that is that is quite a lot that you packed into just a few minutes of your answer there. Yes, I totally agree with you. And you know what's so interesting is when leaders have so many different personalities and they have a number of people that have maybe different ways that they want to do something. So
mhm,
it's really up to the leader to have that big perspective and be able
mhm,
to influence instead of
mhm.
just authoritarian and saying this. So that's really quite a very amazing answer and perspective of that. Thank you, Therese.
If I could just add one more, Jackie, the
Please.
best leadership that I've ever seen was what Jesus did. So,
Oh,
Jesus as CEO, perfect. I think this would have been the benchmark of any governance CEO and whatnot
mm,
forever and ever. That would be my ultimate. But, sadly, it's not the case in real life.
sure.
But he would have been the best, and he still is the best CEO. So, yes.
Indeed. Well, I totally forgot about that book. I've read the book and I haven't read it in a while, but thank you for bringing that up. That is totally, I totally resonate with that. That's totally true. He is the
Sure.
model, and maybe we're not ever, going to be perfect this side of heaven, but a model we can follow after. So very
That's
good point.
true. That's true.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me about that. Now, let's see here. My next question is would you have any parting words for our live or replay audience? Now that you're a published author, you've written your book, do you have any thoughts for them? if they want to be authors, if they want to be able to write something? What
Mhm.
are your thoughts toward that?
Well, I'm going to be introducing you to a new client,
Oh.
Jackie, and you may want to consider her thoughts and publish her as well. And going back to your question, the reason why I think this is an awesome opportunity that you've given us and that you've allowed us to share is because it's a platform. It's a
Mm.
platform to be heard. It's a platform to share, and it's a platform to inspire so many other people. And when it took, what, 50 years to reach an audience of, I don't know, 2 million before the advent of the internet, now it takes seconds to get to a couple of million. And with the technology in play, and with all the good values that many people have good stories to share and talk about, it becomes quite a very interesting combination.
Mm.
And with people like you who are catalysts and beacons of hope to put some things like this together, I think it's going to be another unstoppable force where others will be equally inspired to write, to share, to motivate, and then to do something, whether it's for the batch or it's for one another.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Well put. Thank you. I'm going to share part of the gift that we're going to be giving away, and let's see. This is the one. So I'm going to put this on the screen. Hang on. Where did it go? Come here, my dear, dear, dear. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to show you, Therese, and everyone. This is part of Therese's bonus. It's going to be part of the bonus gift. Therese Necio Ortega's 12 C's of Competent Communication Skills, the 12 C's of Competent Communication Skills. I've also included one of the really potent quotes from Therese in the chapter book. It's really good. Al-
Wow.
Also, also, I want to show you the beginning. Hang on here. There we go. This is your bonus gift from some of the collaborative authors of Unstoppable. And here is Amy Faith's here are Amy Faith's paintings. And there we go. So when you buy the 99-cent book, Unstoppable, by December 28th, and then you write a positive review and hopefully give us a 5-star Amazon written review, and then email me. And again, here's my email address: customer strategy academy at gmail.com. I'll give this to you plus my Canva course plus the PDF of your 21st century business card and also the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone, right? That's for the first 7. And anybody else, I'm still going to give you this bonus gift right here, as well as the PDF of this and also the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone, but you won't get my Canva course. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to let's see. I'm going to bring. I want to thank you, Therese. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to wish you a
You're
very
most welcome.
yes, and I'm going to bring Rowena to the screen. I want you both to greet each other. Here we go. So Rowena, please join us. There you
Hi, Winnie. Good evening.
Oh, wait. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, there you go. You're unmuted.
Okay. Hi, Therese. Hi,
Hi,
Jackie.
Winnie.
Yeah,
Good
good morning and good evening.
Exactly.
Happy warm holidays, I hope, in New York. It must
Eh,
be very cold.
Very cold.
Mm,
Very cold.
very cold. Oh my word. I mean, do you have any? I mean, like, is it below freezing? Below like?
It was below freezing today and
Oh my.
yesterday too.
I
Yeah.
admire people like you, Winnie, who can stand the snow. I mean,
I grew up in Russia, so
oh,
this
that's
is
nice.
nothing.
This is nothing for
This is
you.
nothing for her.
Nothing for you. Wow, Winnie, where's your paperback? Where's your paper?
Oh, it's somewhere there. It's
Somewhere.
displaying.
Okay. Well, Therese, thank you so much for. Do you have any parting thoughts before you go to our live or our replay audience, please?
Just wanted to wish everybody a wonderful Christmas and may you make a difference, continue to make a difference. And thank you for this opportunity, Jackie. And to all my collaborative authors, to you and your family, from our home to yours, all the very best.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Therese.
Therese. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas,
Lord,
Therese.
Lord
Christmas.
bless you. Okay. Bye. All right, Winnie, let me introduce you because, I'm glad that you said hello to Therese. But first, before I introduce you, I want to remind everyone when you get the 99-cent Kindle copy before December or by December 28 and leave a positive 5-star review, you're going to get all the bonus gifts that I mentioned, including the bonus gift that I showed you, plus my Canva course, plus the PDF of this book, and also the graphic of the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. Now, let me first introduce Rowena by reading her bio to you. Very impressive. Rowena Arrieta first received international recognition when, at 19, Rowena won fifth place and title of laureate at the prestigious seventh Tchaikovsky International Piano Competition in Moscow, and special prize for being the youngest and most promising contestant among 82 pianists, making her the only Filipino that has attained such honor. And subsequently, Rowena won first prize at the 1986 Jose Iturbi competition in Valencia, Spain, and first prize at the 1986 Frina Averbach international competition in New York. She became the first Filipino scholar at the Moscow Conservatory of Music in 1979, where she obtained her master's degree and graduated in 1985 with highest honors, which is the Western equivalent of summa cum laude. She did her professional studies at the Manhattan School of Music, where she was also a full scholar. I'd like to welcome to this virtual book tour, world class concert pianist, collaborative author of Unstoppable, and my friend Rowena Arrieta. How are you doing tonight,
Hi,
Rowena?
Jackie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
And
being
guess what? I
here.
want to thank you too, and the other our batchmates for considering me one of you, because
Oh,
I didn't graduate from the UP High. I went to the Makiling
mhm,
Philippine High School for the Arts. That's where I graduated high school. But you
mhm,
still
mhm.
consider me one of your own. So really, thank you so much.
Wow. Well, you'll always be. It doesn't matter if you moved out. You attended, the University of the Philippines High School, now known as University of the Philippines Integrated School. And so, thank you for being with us, and thank you for collaborating with us. And you'll always be part of us.
Oh,
That's
thank you. Thank you, Jackie. This is all because of you.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Well, speaking about the book, how does it feel to be a published author, Rowena?
I never thought that I'd be doing that. And really, thank you to you. Otherwise, you inspired me to write the whole book.
Wow.
It was kind of hard to write about one day because I chose about one day,
Yes.
the hours in the airplane,
Mm,
because there's a lot before that that I could write about,
yes.
a lot during, and still a lot after. So I had to confine myself to one day, and that was the challenge,
Mm,
because
mm,
I didn't want to write it all out. So I just
right.
had that 36 hours on the plane. That's,
Indeed. Indeed. It
and
was a great, yeah,
yeah,
go
and I
ahead.
also wanted to share it with you because sometimes I meet people and then they say, if they don't know me, they say, when I didn't know you, I was intimidated by you then. But that chapter of the book shows that, like everyone else, I had internal struggles, weaknesses, and nothing really can fill that but the grace of God.
Mm,
And without God, we are all nothing. I am nothing, I am nobody. So just to show you that, it was easy for you, because no, it wasn't. There's so many struggles, so many doubts and insecurities, just like everyone else.
mm,
Maybe people who would say that they just have seen me on stage, or
yeah.
of course, you have to perform and give your best.
Yes. Yes.
But they don't know what work or what struggles, what sacrifice
Mm,
you have done before you were able to get there.
wow.
Struggles inside and external, internal,
Mm,
and really nothing can. You have to cling on to God. Otherwise, none of that would have happened. And you have to understand, those 6 years were spent in a godless society.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yes.
that was even harder
Mm,
for me.
absolutely. I really, really acknowledge you, Rowena, because the chapter that you wrote, it was so it was so jam packed with your feelings, your emotions, and you were very, very vulnerable. And so
Yes.
I, as the reader, really got into where you were. And like you said, people think, oh my goodness, that's easy for Rowena because she's so gifted, so talented. That's easy for her. But then you shared how, and so vulnerably and authentically, the struggles that you experienced, even in that 36-hour window. And that was so
Yes.
powerful. Folks, I just want to show you Rowena's chapter. It's called The Day I Left for Moscow, Chapter 1 by Rowena Arietta. And here is Rowena in the back of the book, right there. Right there. Beautiful. And so, thank you so much for sharing that, Rowena, because it really helps us. I want to welcome some of our guests who are joining us live. And June Policarpio says, "Hi, Auntie Rowena."
Mm.
Maybe somebody's watching with June Policarpio. And then
Hello.
also, Edelina Policarpio says, "Congratulations, Rowena.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us." Ah, here we go. It says here, "Winnie, Daniel, and his family are in our home in Douglas Manor, Little Neck, watching you." Hello there to everybody.
Hello. Long time no see.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, and then Daniel logged on and he says, "God bless Auntie Rowena." We have a lot of fans, Rowena.
Thank you. Family.
Well, hey, they're your fans too. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us live. Okay, well, I want to dive into the next question. What is one of the biggest takeaways that your readers, the readers of your chapter book, can gain?
Well, see, in the book, I wrote that even if you don't see the stairway, you have to take your first step.
Yes.
You don't have to wait to be really prepared
Mm,
because that they may never come. Even if you're afraid, you have to go. No
mm.
matter how afraid you are, you have to go and take the first step
Wow.
because you're never alone. God is always with you to take that first step. We are never perfect. Don't wait to be perfect to do what you want to do. Just do it.
Mm.
That's it. And that I was a perfect example. I
Yes.
didn't know what I was going to get into. I didn't know the language. I didn't even know how to live there.
True.
I didn't know anything. And also I was always the youngest in my class, and because we only have 4 years of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 16, my classmates were 18.
Oh,
That
wow.
alone was like, whoa. I'm
Yeah.
like, at the bottom here,
Yeah.
coming from a third world country at that time.
Mm.
Um, but that didn't stop me because I guess my dreams were bigger
Yeah.
than those sacrifices.
Mm, indeed, indeed. Wow, wonderful. I love that takeaway. Just do it because if you're going to wait until you're perfect, it's not ever going to happen. That's huge, huge. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Well, my next question is, what was one of the biggest obstacles or hurdles that you encountered in your chapter book writing journey, and how did you overcome this obstacle, Rowena?
Well, as I've said, I was constrained to the 36 hours.
Yeah,
And so I had to remember what was going on in my mind because they were reality.
yeah.
It was a big struggle. Like, okay, what did I get myself into?
Mm,
And it's true that thinking correctly or believing correctly will help you survive.
mm.
So I just thought of the what I benefit. I still have that book that I looked at.
Oh,
This is my future.
yes.
Because you miss your family. That alone can make you not strong and
Yes.
very vulnerable.
Yes.
Just the sadness itself, and there's so many question marks. So I had to fill in a lot of those details
Right.
to make the chapter.
Mm,
Because if it's about a year, then that would not be a struggle to write in a chapter because it's so easy. But
right.
then, it's just because I want to write more, and I want to have the readers, I want to keep them hanging and
Yeah.
not give everything.
Right.
So I just chose that 36 hours.
Mm,
And just to fill out the details, a little bit challenging for me.
mm.
But I
So
had to really relive that day. I
right.
had to relive my thoughts and my emotions. And those were real. I did not make them up. And sometimes it's hard because it's hard to go back and say, wow, I've been, you know, that vulnerable at that time.
Mm.
And there was like times maybe the first month when I said, I think I'm just gonna go home.
Oh, right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which I didn't write about because that's the next.
Right. That's the next.
But
That's the next book. Yeah.
but my mother was. I said, will I be able to go home? And then she said,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They said you can go home every day, every year.
Oh.
But to this day, I don't think she knew that. She just said that.
Mm.
But guess what? It worked.
Mm. Right.
It worked for
Yeah.
me because there was this point that I don't think I can do this.
Mm. I'm sure that came up many, many times because you were there for, was it 6 years?
No, I only came up in the beginning,
Oh, in the beginning, and then you got used.
only in the beginning,
Ah.
and then I was able to turn around.
Mm.
I
Wow.
had to do things so that I will not have those thoughts anymore.
Wow. Incredible. What I'm hearing you say is, Rowena, is that it has to do with one's mindset to really overcome this
Definitely,
humongous, monumental challenge. Your
definitely,
mindset had to be really, really honed in so that you could focus on the positive, you could focus on what was ahead of you and not be focusing on your dad and your brothers and sister, the
yes,
family you left in the Philippines.
yeah, the comforts of life,
Right.
and because I remember, you know, my first meal there, I had to fall in line for about 2 hours. And
Whoa.
of course, I didn't know that I was going to do my very first meal.
Right.
I said, I don't think I can do this.
Mm.
Every meal, I have to fall in line for 2 hours. I'd be dead before I get to my turn.
Wow, that is a
So,
long
but
time to
yeah.
fall in line. I don't
So
think I
I
ever.
have to recondition myself, and I have to get used to that.
Mm,
And there's so many other things.
yes,
But
yes,
there's a lot of positives, like the excellent education,
yes.
and that was worth it. That
Mm,
was all worth it.
definitely. Excellent. Well, I want to acknowledge those in our audience who are with us live. Edna says, "Congratulations, Rowena." Edna, I think it's Dylan Lindsley, something like that.
Hello,
Welcome, Edna. Good to
hello.
meet you.
Thank you.
Yes, and then also Renee Louise Limhoko says looking forward to an overdue or looking forward to an overdue performance in the Philippines from Winnie.
Thank you.
Yeah, when are you planning again to go to perform in the Philippines, Rowena?
There are plans for 2021.
There you go. You heard it first right here, 2021. And then Raquel de la Cruz. Congratulations, Auntie Rowena.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Raquel, Renee, Edna, Daniel, Jude, and Elwina. Thank you for joining us. Now, before I ask Rowena the next question, this is a live contest. So, question number 2: what is the name of the high school alma mater that all these collaborative authors attended? What is the name? So, if you answer that question live or within 48 hours of this broadcast, I'm going to buy a copy of Unstoppable for you, the Kindle version. So when I see your response, your reply, right, I'll buy you a copy of this. Okay. So before I do, I'm going to post it on my timeline so that you can see it right here. So I'm going to post it right there. Just bear with me. Question number two. What is the name of the high school alma mater that all these collaborative authors attended? Okay. Collaborative authors are not allowed to answer. Okay. Now let me dive into the next question. Now, you mentioned, Rowena, in your book, right, that it was extra difficult for you since there was no one for you to ask how life was as a piano student in Moscow at that time. So, with what you know now, based on firsthand experience, would you choose the same path?
Definitely. Yes. Of
Mm.
course. I'd do it again. I'd study again if I
Wow.
had the opportunity. It was really excellent. It was the best time of my training years. But of course, I was prepared well too by my teacher in the Philippines, whom I owe a lot. Her name is Mrs. Carmencita Arambulo. I owe her my life, actually,
Mm.
um, as a pianist. And but and she went there actually 2 times.
Oh, she
She
did.
went there to see who my next teacher would be,
Wow.
and he chose Evgeny Malinin. Um, she liked him the best. Actually, I wasn't accepted by Malinin at that time because he wasn't accepting like
Oh,
first year
oh, really?
students. Yeah, so I had to audition for him. But then when he heard me, he accepted me.
Mm.
It was an exception. So and then the second time she went for the Tchaikovsky competition to support me.
Oh my
Yes, but I
goodness.
would do it again because what I know now is because of my training there. Of course, I didn't know a lot of other things like falling in line. I didn't know that. I
Sure.
didn't know that I had to study all the communist subjects. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Maybe if I knew that, I would have thought more. Like, oh gosh, I would have. I read all the works of Lenin,
Wow.
all the works, literally all the works,
Amazing.
and because I had to graduate, and
Right.
even if I wasn't a Russian, I had to do that,
Mm.
and on top of that, I was the class president too.
Congratulations.
And
That's
then so I
amazing.
had to know the answers. If my classmates didn't, I had to know the answer.
Yes.
But they needed to hear the answer they wanted to hear,
Mm.
because their history is a little different from the Western history. I had to relearn that.
Mm. Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had to study atheism too.
Oh, wow. Incredible. That's interesting. Now, before I ask you the next question, I think we have, I think, okay. Oh, hang on a second. I think that, okay. I have, okay. Before I announce the other prizes, I want to know, Winnie,
Hmm.
as a Christian, how were you able to worship in an atheist communist country? I mean, you had to read all of the works of Lenin. You had to read all of that. So how were you able to worship in an
Um,
atheist communist country?
I was open.
Mm.
I was open as a believer,
Ah.
even if they made me study atheism.
Mm.
I was open. I went to service on the Orthodox Church,
Mm-hmm.
and also in the U.S. Embassy. They had services there too.
Wow.
And I remember in the atheism class, we were supposed to write a paper,
Mm-hmm.
a typewritten paper, and I was typing so slow because the Cyrillic alphabet. I really didn't know what to type, but I did it. But my topic was Christianity.
Mm. Oh, really?
Well, yes, I.
Wow.
Well, that's part of religion, and I said I'm not gonna write about atheism. I'm
Oh,
gonna write about Christianity, and
wow.
then so they have a lot of holidays
Mm.
that I observe because being there I had to observe them.
Yeah.
But Christmas, I said I'm not going to school.
Oh, okay.
They had school because they didn't observe Christmas.
Oh, I
I
see.
said, I respect your holidays. You respect my holidays. I didn't go to school on Christmas Day. I was open.
Yeah.
I was open. I stood my ground.
Yeah.
Even if they made me study those, I did not hide the fact that I believe in our Messiah, Jesus
Mm.
Christ.
Wow. So did you experience persecution because you were pretty
No,
bold
because
with
I was
speaking?
in the Russian.
Okay.
That was my right.
Oh,
No,
good.
no, 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 no,
Oh, wonderful.
no.
Excellent. Excellent.
I guess if I was a Russian, the answer would be yes.
Okay.
Because I could feel my classmates and even teachers.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel that some of them, they have some kind of belief,
Okay.
but they could not be open about it.
Oh, I
I
see.
could feel that. I could feel in my soul that there's some connection, but I mean, unfortunately, they
Mm,
could not be open about it
I
the
see.
way I was, that way I could.
Got it. Amazing.
Because they
Amazing.
have to be able to graduate, the students have to be communist, member of the youth communist society. So I wasn't required to do that.
Got it. Got it. I see. Okay. Well, I want to remind everyone. Thank you so much, Rowena, for that. That's I really I want to remind everyone that this book, Rowena writes about her journey. To Moscow, the first 36 hours of between the Philippines and going to Moscow. So please get your book, and here's Rowena right there. And so you're going to get amazing amazing value just from Rowena's chapter alone. You're going to get so much value, and all that Rowena's sharing, all of that from this chapter when Rowena left the Philippines. So I want to remind everyone, for the first 7 Facebook friends who buy Unstoppable, 99 cents on Kindle by December 28th, and you leave a positive, preferably 5-star written Amazon review, and you email me at customerstrategyacademy@gmail.com. I'm going to give you the gift bonus. I'm going to show that to you again. Okay, let me put this on the screen. Okay. You're going to get this bonus gift, right, of Unstoppable. And look at that. There's paintings. And here's Rowena's gift to you. It is the original manuscript that won second place. Can you tell us a little bit about Ewan, please, Rowena?
It's Ewan. Well, I co-wrote that in 1978, and we entered the second Metro Pop Music Fest, and you know, up to now, I guess people are singing it. I still hear it. I use it in commercials. So
Yeah.
that was my, if, the one that I sent you. That's my handwriting when I was in high school.
Yes. So you're going to get the original manuscript of songwriter, lyricist Rowena Arrieta. And this song, by the way, won second place at the Metro Pop Music Festival in 1979. And here you're going to see the link, the YouTube link right here. So you can listen to the song and how it goes and follow along, right? So,
I
anyway.
didn't know you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, it was the Apple Hiking Society's YouTube video of Ewan. So, and then there's Rowena's quote: "I traveled far because Rowena traveled from Manila to Moscow. I traveled far for one purpose: to hone the gift that was given to me and offer my Creator whatever fruits it would bear." Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Rowena. And before we say goodbye, I want to bring in Amy Faith. Amy Faith, if you can hear me, and I'll bring everyone. Amy Faith, I'm going to unmute you, Amy Faith, and then I'm going to bring you on. Okay. Okay.
Dito na
Here
lang
we go,
ako.
Amy Faith. Amy Faith, can you hear
Hi!
us?
Yes,
Hello.
I can go on the air now. Hello, Rowena!
Hi, George.
Imagine that. The last time we saw each other was in first year high school, but you didn't stay for long.
No, and I was always absent.
Wait a minute. First year high school? That's decades ago.
Oh, Hey, let me just look for a better looking spot. Well,
Well,
I'm here in the resort now in Bohol with my sisters.
I love Bohol. Are you in Panglao?
Yes, that's right,
Oh,
Panglao
I love
Island.
Panglao. Yeah, we should have a reunion there. Rowena, you should come to the reunion, please. Or I invite you to.
No.
There's no shoulds here. Please. Okay.
Well, here
Yes,
I am.
I'm looking. There you go. There's coconut trees and there are boats behind you. Okay, cool. So before I introduce you, Amy Faith and Rowena, maybe you can share parting thoughts to our viewers, whether they're watching live or on the replay, please.
Oh, first of all, I'd like to thank you for acknowledging our book. For those who buy our book, thank you so much. We appreciate you acknowledging our book. It's not just a few pages, but it's our life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our life that we're sharing with you. Our life, we're opening ourselves to you. Our insecurities, our vulnerability, and and you see us now. You see, it's all, we're here because we are children of God, and
Mm,
without Him, we will be nothing.
mm,
And at least I can say that for myself.
absolutely. Totally agree. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Rowena. Please don't leave. I'm just going to put you back in the staging area and then we will all say goodbye together. Thank you, Therese, for hanging out. I can see Therese is right there. So thank you, Therese. Okay, let me introduce our beloved Amy Faith. Maria Amy Faith Fidel Reyes is the presiding judge of the Regional Trial Court, or RTC, Third Judicial Region, Branch 42, City of Fernando, Pampanga, since 2005. Since 2010, Judge Fidel Reyes has been concurrently acting judge also of the RTC National Capital Judicial Region, or NCJR, in each of Branch 51 Manila, Branch 147, and Branch 61 in Makati City, and Branch 99 in Quezon City. She is a graduate of the University of the Philippines. She has also studied at the University of London, Queen Mary, and Westfield Colleges, International Legal Institute of Washington, D.C., and the University of Haifa in Israel. Judge Fidel Reyes is also a lecturer of the mandatory continuing legal education of the University of the Philippines Law Center. I'd like to welcome to this virtual book tour Judge Amife Fidel Reyes, who's also a collaborative author of Unstoppable, my friend and classmate, Amife Fidel Reyes. How are you doing, Amife?
Hello, I'm good. I'm actually on vacation now with my sisters, Ami Hope and Ami Charity. So it's
Wow.
a very festive tropical atmosphere here going on.
I love it. I love that you're in tropical atmosphere while Rowena is in very wintry, wintry weather, and and I'm here in chilly Seattle. It was, I think it was the upper 30s or something like that. I thought, oh man, as long as it's not yet freezing, please don't let it freeze. But tomorrow is the first day of winter officially, so I'm so glad to see you there in Panglao, Bohol. I love that place. My husband and I were there. So show us those coconut trees there. Wow.
There. That's why I keep moving. I keep trying to find the perfect spot to show your friends.
Oh,
But look, wherever I turn, everything seems to be a beautiful scenery. You
it
have people
is.
laughing, enjoying themselves, music going on. So I hope
Woohoo.
it's not interfering with our
No,
broadcast.
it's just fine. I don't hear it much. But I mean, if it's Christmas music, I'd love to hear it later. So anyway, Amy Faith, how does it feel to be a published author? Here is Amy Faith's picture. I'm going to point to you right there. There's Amy Faith right there. How does it feel to be a published author, Amy Faith?
Well, Jackie, it's just amazing. I cannot believe that I've actually done it. You know how I've always been told to sit down and write a book about my work, something that lawyers could use or judges could use. Once in a while, I'm asked to prepare an academic paper, but to write a book about who you are and to share it with other people who have the same thoughts,
Mm,
that's just amazing. It's it's it really moves me to realize that there are so many people and who has a story to tell,
oh,
and
come
that's
on. Yes.
exactly what happened in this book.
Beautiful, beautiful. And folks, Amy Faith wrote this chapter. It's called The Piano, chapter 8 of the book Unstoppable, by Maria Amy Faith S. Fidel Reyes. And also, I want to show you Amy Faith's picture right there. That's Amy Faith and her husband, Jed, right there. It's going to be part of the book. And so I am just so excited for you, Amy Faith. This is your author page and bio right there. So, folks, please get this book because it is jam packed with, I think, for me personally, I each lesson that I've gained from reading all the collaborative authors chapter books is at least $100,000. It'll save you so much heartache, so much emotional resources, mental resources, physical resources, all kinds, and so all kinds of valuable golden nuggets of wisdom. So please get your book. And Amy Faith, my first question to you is, what is one of the biggest takeaways that readers of your chapter book can gain?
Well, I think they will see that everything will work out for the good of those who love God.
Mm,
If you are centered on something that's larger than you and you believe in something that transcends all values, you're all set.
mm,
There's nothing else that will keep you anymore from pursuing your goals or your dreams, and not even these things called setbacks or challenges or problems. Because in the end, you will see that they are all just part of a greater scheme to make things better for you.
yes. That is so well put. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. It's so true. If we are grounded and centered in someone higher than ourselves, then our
Yeah.
lives, all the areas of our lives that surround our lives can be like the spokes of the wheel. We're core, our core is, well, for me, and I know for you, we're Christ centered. So yes, yes, yes. Thank you. That's such a big takeaway, Amy Faith. So thank you for sharing that. My next question is, what was one of the biggest obstacles or hurdles that you encountered in your chapter book writing journey, and how did you overcome this obstacle, please?
You know, my problem was so basic, and I think it's everybody's problem. We always say, I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
It's
And
true. Yeah.
just like what Rowena had said or what Therese had mentioned, there will never be a perfect moment or a perfect me. Just go ahead and do it.
Mm,
And after so many extensions that I have tried to ask from Jackie, our good friend Jackie, I finally did sit down, write it, just in two settings. And when you are writing from the heart and not being worried about whether what I'm saying is precise or technically legal or whether it
mm,
was sound, I was just writing from the heart. It just came out. And and I think that's what I should have realized in the first place. I
mm.
wasn't writing academic paper or something technical. I was just writing about myself and who I am now.
Yes. Yes. Powerful. I just want to acknowledge you, Amy Faith, because I was reading your bio and you're a judge of so many, many different places. So I know you're extremely busy. And yet you took the time to put down in writing your chapter book entitled The Piano. What a beautiful, beautiful chapter book. Seriously, folks, if you haven't gotten your Kindle copy, it's at 99 cents. The price is going to go up by December 31, 2019 to $5.99. You might as well take advantage of getting it at 99 cents only. And you don't need to own a Kindle device. Just download, where's my phone? Just download the free Kindle app on your smartphone, your laptop, or your desktop, or any mobile device. Then you can get the free Kindle app and then get Unstoppable because we have so many prizes for you. I'm going to show Amy Faith the bonus that you here is Amy Faith's one of Amy Faith's paintings. Isn't that beautiful? Where did you paint this, and what was your inspiration for this? Were you at a certain spot, Amy Faith, when you painted this? Amy Faith, can you hear me?
I don't see the painting.
Okay,
But
it's yeah, it's the orange, the one with the orange back of the sun, and then there's waves.
oh, I see. That one is acrylic. So I did that while my husband Jed was watching television.
Okay.
I usually am not patient enough to sit down and watch TV for hours. So I decided to grab some paint and my canvas, and that's just a painting from memory, actually.
Mm,
Now, the watercolor art, that's usually what I do on the go. I have a sketchbook, and
mm-hmm.
watercolor is easy to travel with. You just need just a few drops of water, and your palette can travel with you. I use a cake watercolor. So those are from my trips. That's why they are loose, and the samples that I have given to you haven't been framed yet. But most of my works I have already framed, and some of them are hanging in my friends' houses.
Yay! Well, I hope that one day soon I'll be able to uh, take advantage of being your friend and have even just the one of your on the go paintings eventually.
Oh
I love
yes,
that.
those who really know me know that I paint. It's
Yeah.
a hobby that very few people associate with a judge or think that I do. You know, they know how busy
Right.
I am, and they always imagine me as a very literal and an imaginative person because of my kind of work. But
Mm.
they are surprised that I have a creative side, so they say.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. These are beautiful. So, folks, when I posted on the comments for the
Yeah.
first seven Facebook friends who buy Unstoppable at 99 cents by December 28, and then write a positive, preferably 5 star. I'm not forcing you, but preferably we were hoping that you give us a 5 star rating, written Amazon review, and email me at customerstrategyacademy@gmail.com. Then I'm going to give you this bonus. It contains paintings from Amy Faith, the song written by Rowena, Ewan, the original manuscript. That an award-winning song. It won second prize in 1979, and also Theresa's 12 C's. I think. Let me see what the title of Theresa's is. Hang on a second here. Okay, here we go. 12 C's of competent communication skills. You're going to get that plus plus full access to my Canva course, plus the PDF of this book that I wrote with my husband. It's a number one international best-selling book. I'm going to send you the PDF of that, and the exponential zone versus the comfort zone powerful graphic that I created. I'm going to send all that
Oh,
to
it's
you.
Christmas time.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'll send
That's
all that to you when you email me that you bought the book and that you have the Amazon written review. Customer Strategy Academy at gmail.com. Now, Amy Faith, before I let you go, I wanna ask you, if you want to write another chapter book, what would you write about?
oh well. Maybe this time I will be more personal. I'll write about what uh, what marriage is all about.
Yes.
I so many people having difficulties now in trying to make their relationships permanent
Mm,
and in making it last. So
yes.
I think I can share some thoughts. Not that I'm an expert, but just my observations, maybe.
Beautiful, beautiful, awesome. Well, I want to let you be able to say hi to Therese, and then I want to show Rowena's painting because I forgot. Rowena, we have to show your painting. So, Therese, I'm going to bring you on screen here. Hang on a second so that you can greet Amy Faith. Where's Therese? Three, two, one, and here we go, Therese.
Hello. Hi,
Wait,
Amy
wait, are
Faye.
you muted? Hang.
It is so nice to hear your voice and
Hi.
here. Yes.
Well, warmest regards to
Wait, I
Charity and
can't hear you, Therese.
Oh yes, I'll give them your regards. Hope he's here for a few days.
right. We'll try and hook up for
Cool.
this.
I'm going to see. Oh, there's the four of us are on screen. Can you see Rowena?
Yeah.
Rowena, wait a minute. Rowena, let me unmute you. There you go.
I
Rowena,
can see Therese.
yeah. So
I can see Amy Faith. I can see you, but I can see
you
Therese.
cannot see Therese?
No.
Oh, well, Therese is on the screen. All four of us
Oh,
are on
okay.
the screen right now.
So somewhere.
Yeah. So,
I
Rowena,
just imagine.
can you show us your painting?
Oh, they're behind me. They're all hanging. Well, I have
Oh, the
one
new one, the new one.
that's still a little wet.
It's still a little wet. It's fresh, freshly painted.
Okay.
Wow. Can you
Beautiful.
see that? Yeah. Can you do it? Can you do it like elongate? Okay, perfect. Oh yeah.
Something I
Very,
don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
very
Do you
nice.
have a title for that, Rowena?
I have to ask my daughter. She's the one who sees so many things, the paintings, but
Wow, that's
it's,
beautiful.
it's still a little wet.
Wow. So, is that acrylic or is that oil? What is that?
It's acrylic.
Acrylic. Beautiful. Well, we have some painters here, folks. We have Judge Amy Faith Fidel Reyes. We have Rowena Arietta. And me and Therese, we just like to write books. Wow. Well, awesome. Now, let's see here. I was hoping that Pastor Bong could join us. I don't see Pastor Bong. Let's pray for Pastor Bong because
His wife.
yeah, because his wife needs some prayer for her health. So
uh,
that's all I'm gonna share. Now I want to feature Jared. Jared is here with us live. Jared says, "Wow, Jared, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us live." Okay, so I'm gonna ask.
Jackie, did we lose you?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Now we can, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
it
Therese,
froze for a while.
yeah, I know. Yeah, and I lost Amy Faith. Amy Faith probably needs to log on or needs to charge her phone.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
so
outside too.
yeah. So, what are your top 1 to 2 goals, whether personally or professionally or both, Therese, for 2020?
My top goals, I guess,
I can't hear.
is to make this medical journey an inspiration for many more people to see how the Lord is manifesting Himself and to see more of the Lord so that other people may believe
Mhm,
and may
mm,
have a relationship with God. So that's my first and primary goal. My second will be to relive and do His purpose and
mm.
do His will. And in doing so, also be a blessing and a benefit to many other people. And,
Yes.
feel good about being here on earth.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, I want to ask Rowena. Rowena, what are your top 1 to 2 goals, whether personally or professionally or both, for 2020?
Well, maybe I would like to play more. This, perform more.
Please do
Um,
not knock.
hello, the
Sorry,
children.
my son's knocking. Go ahead. So say that again, please. Forgive me, Rena.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. So, well, you know, finish the book,
Oh,
finish the solo book. Yes,
yes.
and then perform more, collaborate with other artists more,
Mm,
and overall be a bigger blessing
mm.
to others. Why not? Right?
Amen. Amen. Now I'm going to ask Amy Faith the same question. Amy Faith, let me bring you on screen and unmute you. There we go. So, Amy Faith, what are your top 1 to 2 goals for 2020, whether it's both professional or both personal or one of each? Can you share that with us, please?
You know what I plan to do? I'm going to have already an exhibit of my paintings.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And then I
awesome.
write,
That is so wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
write another book too.
Another book. Come on. Let's get all that creativity out there, right? Might as well. If
Thank
not now, then when, right?
That's
Cool.
right.
And everyone, again, I really want to reward you with all the bonuses. I already put it on the comments. But I wanted to ask Rowena if she could play the piano, and maybe we can sing "Merry Christmas" to everybody because Christmas is just a few days away.
That'd
And
be nice.
please, can you indulge us and just play "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and then we'll sing with you. Wait. Hang on, you're muted again. Hang on. Okay, hang on. There we
Are you
go.
gonna sing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
What are
sing.
you gonna sing?
We'll
Yeah.
sing with you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Because, the Tagalog one is Ang Pasko'y Sumapit. That's kind of long.
But it just repeats. What's your key?
Ah, ano, KFC, pwede ba kayong KFC? Aming Faith and Therese?
You
Masyado ang
just say
TFC.
KFC. uh,
Okay, A, KFA.
no, but ang Pasko is minor, so.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, forget the ang Pasko. Just
Oh,
the
you
we
don't
wish
want
you,
that?
Wish
huh?
you a
What do you
Merry
want?
Christmas.
What do you want?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We
That's
wish,
it?
huh?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, yeah, I mean, unless what do you want to, I mean, I don't memorize all the Christmas songs. I like to listen, but I don't
Okay,
memorize.
what can you sing?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we'll sing with you.
But I don't know what you want.
Yun na nga, yung we wish you Merry wish you Merry Christmas. We wish you Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Kaya lang mababa yata yan. Make it higher, please. Oh, we wish
Hallelujah.
So people, friends who are dear to us, ever near to us. Oh, Merry Christmas. A
Merry
Merry little Christmas now. Beautiful.
Woohoo!
Christmas.
Come
I'm
on,
so
world
proud
class
too.
pianist, concert pianist. That's Rowena Arietta. So, folks, get your books, and I would love to give you as many bonus gifts as possible. So thank you so much for joining me, Therese. Thank you for being with us, Rowena. Thank you
Thank
so much, Ami
you.
Faith, for carving out time, even though you're on vacation with your sisters in beautiful Panglao, Bohol. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Mwah, 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 to all of you, Therese, Rowena, and Amy Faith, Merry Christmas to you and your
Merry
family.
Christmas and
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year to all of us
Happy
who
New Year
joined
to you.
us. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us, everyone. We love you. Lord bless you. Please support us, and we would love to bless you with all these gifts.
Yeah,
Awesome.
God bless you all.
Everyone, good night.
Night.
Actually, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.